Hey everyone, welcome back to the AGC with Gianna Kataya. Today we have a special guest, Jami Morris. She is a Penn State women's golfer. So welcome, Jami.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So today we're going to be talking about Jami's story, and I wanted Jami to come on to be a guest today because she is like the definition of a student athlete doing things outside of her sport to better the community, and just like knowing the story that like our sport isn't everything,
Right.
and that we are much more than just an athlete. So let's hear Jami's story basically. But even before we start, I do want to talk a little bit about golf.
Yeah.
When did you start playing golf?
Not until about 7th grade, and then like in 8th grade, I don't know how old I am then, but I started taking it more seriously. And then in high school, played on my team. And I'm like, I kind of like this game. So I pursued it in college, and I love it.
I was going to say, did you always know you wanted to play in college, or did it kind of just be like, I'm going for it?
I kind of always knew. I was a big athlete when I was younger, played tennis, golf, basketball, baseball. I was the definition of a tomboy. But not until like high school, I would say freshman year, I was like, yeah, I really like the sport. Like, I definitely think I could do it in college.
And then you're from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So what brought you to Penn State? I always have to ask that question because everyone that I know from Ohio is like, Ohio State. But you're at Penn State, the better state.
Yeah, I don't know. I looked at Ohio State. My whole family went to Ohio State. I didn't love it. To be honest, it's kind of a dirty campus, and it's just gross, and I'm a clean person. So, yeah, and just being on this campus, I kind of fell in love. Like, I know that's cliche to say, but stepping on campus, seeing that it's in a small city, but yeah. And
That's everybody's
community.
response.
Yeah, the community is, and the culture.
Yes,
Like,
I tell that to everybody.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, the culture is unbelievable. Like,
Yeah.
you have to step on campus to see
Right.
it.
And, like, nobody can understand that unless they're here.
Yeah, Penn State's awesome.
It is.
Come to Penn State.
It is. Very fortunate to be here.
Yes. Okay, so that's a little background on like your golf story.
Mm-hmm.
So now I want to talk about what you do outside of golf, but it still involves golf.
It does.
Which is really cool. Jami started a foundation called Fore Hope. It raises money and awareness for cancer. So can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so back in November of 2012, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. She received treatment. She received a clean bill of health the following year. And then about 4 years later, I think, she got a scan. It showed lymphoma. The doctors didn't think it was necessary to do treatment yet, so they were just watching her. And then as soon as 2020 started, at the start of the pandemic, they thought it was time to start treatment. So she went through 12 rounds of chemo, and then a stem cell transplant, and then immunotherapy. And just watching her go through that, talking about it breaks my heart, but she's okay now, thanks to all the doctors and everything. So, and I wanted to make a difference in the world.
Yeah, that's incredible. Like, I couldn't imagine going through that, and I'm glad to hear that your mom's doing okay. That's amazing. So, based off of that, is that like how you came up with the idea for Fore Hope?
Yeah, so the whole idea behind it, when I was in 9th grade, I competed at this thing called Drive, Chip, and Putt down at Augusta. It's the Sunday before the Masters, which is like the biggest tournament of the year for golf. So I competed in that, and it's the same type of event. So like every participant gets 3 drives, 3 chips, and 3 putts. So it's the same type of thing. And I did well down at Augusta, so it just brings back good memories, and it's for a good cause. So.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So when was the first year of Fore Hope? Was it last year?
Last year.
In 2012. I meant, not 2012, sorry.
2022.
2022. I got stuck on the 2012 for a second. My bad.
That's
wow.
Okay.
And in 2022, you were able to raise $71,386.
Yeah.
That's insane. So, like, in that moment, like, when you realized, like, you saw that amount, like, what were you feeling?
Still, I look at my page and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. The community that surrounds me and my family and the whole university hospitals, which is where the money went to, is unreal. Like, I have nothing else to say about that. It's just,
Yeah.
it's unreal.
Like, when I was looking at your website
Mm-hmm.
and I saw that number, I was like my like, jaw dropped
Yeah.
because I was like, that's insane. And I was like, more people need to know about your foundation because, like, now that, like, more people will know once
Right.
you hear it on this podcast,
Yes.
hopefully you can even raise that number.
Right. Yeah.
So, going along with that,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a goal of, like, how much you would like to raise this summer?
So last year, my goal was 10 to 12,000.
Wow, you doubled that. You
Because
tripled
everyone
that.
that I was talking to that has more experience in this was like, it's your first year, like you're going to have expenses and all this stuff. Like, keep it low, and then maybe you'll exceed your expectations.
You exceeded.
Thank you.
You should be very proud.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I would say my goal is around $80,000. I think with the support that I've been getting already, and I haven't even started raising funds yet. I'm planning on doing that in the next couple weeks, starting to push it out there. I think it should be doable.
No, I definitely
So,
think you can do it.
yeah,
Just looking
thanks.
off that first number,
Mm-hmm.
and more people now know about
Right.
it. Your first year was a success, and I feel like it's going to continue to grow.
Thank you.
And then I'm assuming you are planning on continuing this
I
for
am.
as long as possible, right?
Yeah, that's the goal, and possibly make it like worldwide. Maybe have it at like PGA Tour events, like have it as a Monday outing for them. So that could be cool. As of right now, it's only one event, but maybe next year I'm gonna do like Cleveland and maybe Pennsylvania.
Gotcha.
So,
Where is the event? Where does the event take place right now?
at my home course where I grew up playing, it's called Beachmont Country Club in
Very cool.
Orange, Ohio. So yeah.
Oh, that, like, must feel like so good to be doing something like right at home.
Yeah.
Like, has that, like, sentimental feeling to it.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I had it there. A lot of people are like, why don't you have it somewhere else, like somewhere bigger, somewhere better, like Muirfield in Columbus? But I'm like, it's home. Like, it's my second home. So it's very meaningful to have it there.
Yeah, no, I bet, like, that's amazing. Like, wow, I'm like I'm like stunned, like speechless because, like,
Thanks.
you don't hear, like, about a lot of, like, student athletes in college, especially, like, you're a sophomore, like, you're still figuring out college.
Yes,
And
definitely.
to, like, step up and, like, do something like this and make that big of a difference is incredible.
Thank you.
And then I also wanted to ask, is it just, like, basically you, or do you have, like, other people helping you with all the organization and stuff?
So
like,
it's definitely me, my parents, my siblings, my aunt, uncle, cousins. This year I am spreading it out and having like a little board of directors with like a bunch of my parents' friends that have experience doing this. But maybe one day I'll have like a whole team.
that'll be amazing. I'll be
Yeah.
rooting for you.
Thanks.
I will be cheering you on because
Thank
I
you.
think it is amazing what you're doing. And then just to, like, kind of like finish it off, do you have, like, any, like, words of wisdom, advice for, like, student athletes going out and, like, getting more involved in the community, doing things that they're passionate about, even if it does include their sport, doesn't include their sport? Because, like, I feel like us as athletes, we have the voice and we have the capabilities to spread awareness for certain things. So, like, what would your advice to be to other student athletes or words of wisdom?
I would say, I don't know if this answers it directly, but my motto is everyone has a story, just be kind. That was the whole motto of the event last year. That was on all the T-shirts. You never know what anyone's going through, and just be kind. And then, I don't know, I would say if you have a passion for something, just do it. Like, as Nike would say.
Yeah.
Because you don't know unless you do it. Like,
Yeah.
I got so much advice from people about, like, asking people for donations. And I'm like, I'm a little hesitant. Like, they donate to a lot of organizations. And they're just like, you don't know unless you ask. So just do it.
I love
And
that.
that's another reason how I was able to raise that much money. Was because I had no fear. Just do it.
Just do it. I think that is a great motto. And you did it, are doing it. And it has been a success. And I really hope that this summer, what is it, July 10th?
Mm-hmm. July 10th.
One day, right?
Yes.
July 10th.
From 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Awesome.
So if anyone's in Cleveland, come on by.
Yes. And then your website's Hip for Hope.
Yes, hitforhope.com.
Awesome. Check it out for sure. Give a donation because that would be really well appreciated.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'll advocate for you. I'll tell everybody about this.
Thank you.
But no, truly, Jami, it is amazing that you took your sport, you took something that is really close to home to you and are making a difference in the community. And you want to know what? It'll probably go worldwide because I have big hopes for you and I believe in you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on this podcast and telling us a little about Hip for Hope.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for this opportunity.
Yeah, of course. It's my pleasure. I love learning about this stuff. So thank you again. All right, guys, that's the AGC with Gianna Kataya and Jami Morris today. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Thanks for watching and listening.